What's going on, everybody? All right, so look, check this out. All right, I have a fan that hit me up on a DM and sent me a message. All right, they told me they want to remain anonymous, so I'm gonna respect that. But look, I want to talk about the following thing about Ben Affleck, that he did appear in Aquaman 2, but it was in the China release before it actually came out of the official release. So you know those screenings that they tend to do before the movie actually comes out, that's the one where they had showed it. They had two versions of it. They had one with Ben Affleck, and they have the one that we got now, the one that's in the theaters. As always, hit that subscribe, show your support, and let's get into it. All right, so look, they told me straight up that they saw the version with Ben Affleck, and they said it was amazing. All right, they didn't get into too much details, but from what they told me was like that it did make sense, and they were gonna set up the whole thing to continue with the DCEU. But of course we got what we got right now, in the theater, where they took off Ben Affleck, of course, because of James Gunn, that he's gonna be setting up his own Batman universe and doing whatever he's gonna be doing with the Brave and the Bold. All right. And that's why they did two screenings. All right. And I remember when it was around December, when right before the movie came out, like a few days and stuff like that, some people were talking about it. I actually came across it, but I never screenshot or anything because I was like, all right, whatever. I should have, but I didn't. And I remember seeing a few people, it was very, very small, a group of people that said it, that yeah, they did see that version, and it would have been nice if they would have released it. But of course, it was not gonna make sense because of what, like they weren't gonna set up something that wasn't gonna happen. Of course, James Gunn, he came and cagged everything. But they said that Ben Affleck did come out, so some of those AI pictures that we've been seeing comes from that scene that supposedly, they're like, I'm not sure if it's a handshake or they're just, like a final goodbye, but like still leaving the door open because it was gonna set up something even bigger. But then again, look at what we have now and look at what's created. And let's not forget, months before Aquaman was done, they were reshooting. Remember, during the summer of I think it was 23 or 22, they were shooting extra scenes with Ben Affleck. He came in, and I remember that they even interviewed Jason Momoa, and he even said it too while they were over somewhere in I think in the UK or something like that. They were filming, and he even said it himself. He was like, yeah, we got both Batmans. We shot some stuff with Michael Keaton, and we shot some stuff also with Ben Affleck. That's why we saw those pictures that he was, like doing selfies with Ben Affleck. But notice how Warner Bros. Discovery swept that under the rug. And of course, you have James Gunn, paying other people to like, hey, take the post downs, remove them and stuff like that, because they were being flagged. I remember that because I had posted something, and one of my things got posted and it got flagged and it got removed on Facebook. So that's why it doesn't surprise me with what, this message that this fan told me about him seeing, that specific version. And from what they were saying was like it was very nice and it was going to build up towards something even big. But of course, that's why they did two versions of it. But okay, another thing too, over in China, it's a huge market. Remember, they didn't release Black Adam over there, but they released Aquaman 2, and they did heavy promotion and all that stuff. So, of course, that's why that movie is making money right now. Because if it wouldn't have China to back it up, that movie would have flopped. I mean, it's still a flop compared to, you get what I'm saying? Like what we got in the whole universe from the Hamadaverse and all that, it's still considered a flop. Yes, I get it. It made some money more than Black Adam, but let's not forget it has China to back it up and give it that support. If it wouldn't had never had the China to support it, the movie would have flopped straight up. It would have done worse than what do you call it, Black Adam. So getting back to topic, Ben Affleck was in the movie, and let's not forget Warner Bros. Discovery has a vote with David Ayer's Suicide Squad, all these deleted scenes. I'm sure they have a bunch of footage that was supposed to be in The Flash, and of course, because of James Gunn, we don't get to see it. So all of those files are stored somewhere in the vault of Warner Brothers, and hopefully one day we'll be able to see them. Because the way that things are going right now, it's been a while with Warner Brothers. It's just been going down and down, and it keeps on sinking. All right, and there's no hope with James Gunn. I'm telling you right now. All right, he's already proven himself. The Suicide Squad was garbage and it was a flop. And I don't want to hear no excuses. It was just trash and it failed and it flopped. All right. Peacemaker is also garbage. All right. They're only giving him another season because here I'm gonna reverse the card on you. The same way that y'all like to play it, right? They gave Zack Snyder Batman vs. Superman. They gave him Justice League, right? He was part of Wonder Woman that he helped out. He was still involved in the first Aquaman, all right? So, of course, while their contracts are going, that's why they're getting these type of projects under their belt or whatever. The same thing with James Gunn. That's why he's getting Peacemaker too. But don't be surprised if we don't get season 3. You know why? Because the stocks, the numbers, everything is going down. Like I posted a picture. The merchandise for Aquaman 2 was garbage. They're pretty much giving it away for $1 at Walmart. That's terrible. It's already on clearance, but like heavy clearance. You get what I'm saying? And they're overstocked. People don't want that. You know why? Because people don't care about that version. We wanted more of the Snyderverse. The content is still there. It's just in a vault right now when you think about it. Because those files are not just going to be deleted. Those files are just stored. They can always go back to those archives and bring them out and use them for whatever future projects. All right. I have a feeling that Warner Bros. Discovery is holding on to that. And once they see that James Gunn's DCU fails, this right here is going to come next. We are going to go back into the Snyderverse and something will be restored from it. Like I said, don't give up. Keep on fighting. Faith, endurance, and a lot of patience. We have to keep on making noise. Don't give up. If you've given up, step aside. Look, you have to keep on fighting. If that's what you want and that's what you really want to see, come on, let's keep on going. We can't give up and we will not give up. All right. The Snyderverse will be restored in due time. All right. A lot of people have become so negative and they don't like it because they know that that's quality. And again, I will repeat it. The ones that don't want the Snyderverse are just shills, SJWs, and people that just support and want agendas. Those are the people that want the new DC to become a whole woke DC. And that's what it's going to happen. All right. We've been seeing it. The whole Hamadaverse / now the Gunverse is slowly changing that. And they're just trying to butter everybody up to like it and to support it. But the real fans, we already know what's up. All right. Give it time. I'm telling you, something is happening behind closed doors. It's been happening for a while. All it is that we need more support for it. All right. Why would WB be putting out a Ben Affleck Batman figure and it's sold out in minutes? But then they bring out these other figures and they don't sell out. But they bring that and it sells like hot bread. Why? Because the fan demand is still there. It's profit. It makes money. They need that money to fund their new James Gunn DCU. But again, that DCU is on hot water because Warner Bros. Discovery is not happy. They're nervous, they're scared, and they're afraid that Superman Legacy is gonna fail and is going to flop, which it will. Because again, I don't know how many times we have to demonstrate and show Warner Bros. Discovery that Superman Legacy, that's what James Gunn's new DCU, is not what the consumer, not what the fans want. It's a minority that want it. Majority want the Snyderverse, right? Facts are facts, and that's where it's gonna be at, all right? As always, drop your comments, hit that subscribe, and as always, until next time.